Also, I don't know whatever number video this is that I am making this reaction video, but I always forget to say, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and do comment below what did you think of the match, because I'm sure that everybody is watching Euros.
It's Raheem Sterling.
It's half time and the scoreline is 0-0, and that is what was expected from a match between England and Germany. It has been a very equal match as of now. 3 shots and 2 on target for both the teams, and that is what has happened, and almost equal possession and almost equal tries and almost equal saves. But just before this half-time whistle, Thomas Muller, he gave a back pass, a loose back pass which Sterling caught, and there was danger. There was danger just at the end of half time, and it could have been easily converted by either Sterling or Kane, because he passes straight to Harry Kane. It could have easily been a goal, and thank God it was saved by Mats Hummels, and it was so required because either it could have turned into a penalty or a goal by Kane. I think if Kane had taken the first touch better, it could have easily ended in a goal. And don't you think that Pickford plays so much better for England than he does for Everton? The saves he makes, the distribution of ball, everything seems so much better and experienced here in this England squad. Well, Harry Kane was visible for a very few minutes in the entire match. Well, to be precise, he had 2 touches in 29 minutes, so you can judge that by yourself. On the other hand, Timo Werner got a very good chance but then could not convert it. Now that sounds very familiar, but that is what the match is as of now, and I don't expect many goals in second half, and I don't know why did I predict 3-1. 3-1 was too much, I think. 3 goals in this match, no, not possible. But let's see what happens in second half. But still, I'm going to go with Germany winning the match. I think Germany can do that. Let's see if that happens or not. I was talking about Pickford in first half. Really good save. Very good save by Pickford. Okay, it was directly towards him, but still, his reaction was really, really, really good. Seriously, he's growing on me. Finally, England has got a goal, and it's Raheem Sterling. And out of everyone, I think it's Raheem Sterling who clearly deserves this goal. He has been exceptionally good, be it dribbling wise, be it passing wise. Too good, very good, seriously. And finally, England has a goal. It's 80th minute, and we are yet to see if Germany can. Oh my God, Muller, please convert it. Thomas Muller got such a good chance, yaar. That was the chance that you had to convert. My God! Oh my God! Harry Kane got the goal for England. Finally, it's full time and England has won it. They got 2 goals, one by Sterling and the another one by Harry Kane. And I think it was a much needed win for them to get a win against a team like Germany. So now England has done it. They're through this knockout stage. And like I said, that they have never really been through this knockout stage without winning in 90 minutes ever before. It has always gone in extra time, and this time they have done it. They have never done that in history. And 2 things that completely changed for England this time was, first thing is winning the opening match of Euros against Croatia that they did, and second thing is this, that they have changed by winning in this match, in this knockout tournament, and not ending in extra time or penalties. Let's talk about England's squad. Pickford, Kyle Walker, then Luke Shaw, Sterling, and as soon as Jack Grealish came, everything started clicking for them. That was a brilliant substitute by Gareth Southgate. That was needed. As soon as Grealish came on, everything started working, everything started linking for England, and they got 2 goals. So Grealish is a key player for England. I think he should be used as often as they can, because those substitutes made difference for England, clearly for England. And I don't understand, what did Lowe do by picking up Timo Werner up front? What was the point of putting him there? You've never really started a match with him in any of the group stages. Now you plan to bring him on. Why? Why? A lot was expected from Robin Gosens after the match that he had against Portugal. Now, was that a fluke? Because it seems like Portugal could not close him down, and that is how it was very easy for him to get the goals from the left side where Semedo was defending. So it became very easy for Robin Gosens to get the goal from there. Today he was invisible in the match, in the entire match. And I think Lowe could have made changes at a better time. I think Lowe was waiting, when will England make changes, and only then that he will. He could have made better substitutes at an earlier stage. I'm so happy for Harry Kane that he got a goal, because now I think we can see more of him in the game. We can see more of his talent in the other games that they have left. And how good have been Luke Shaw and Sterling in this match. Seriously, the whole team, I think, wanted it more. Wanted it much more than Germany. They were just one goal down, and had it been an underdog team and not a very renowned team like Germany, had it been an underdog team, they could have performed better in the few minutes that were left, because they had nothing to lose and they will go all out to get the goal. And I'm sure that Thomas Muller's chance wouldn't have been missed by an underdog team. That's what we saw yesterday. Whatever chances that these underdog teams were getting, whatever chances Switzerland was getting, whatever chances Croatia got to equalize the scoreline, they took it and they converted that. Anyhow, that's how the game ended, and my prediction is out of the park. 3-1 in favor of Germany. What was I thinking? Thank you so much for all the love and support. Really means a lot to me. Bye.